Hello and welcome to yoga class. This is a 20-minute sequence that is designed to pep you up in the morning and get you ready to begin your day with a positive attitude. We are going to do some back bends, we're going to do a little bit of flowing, but mainly we're going to be holding poses with some strength and some grit. You are going to need a belt. You are absolutely going to need this. So please pause the video for a moment now and make sure that you have either a belt or you can have one of those Pilates elastic straps. That will do fine. Also a dressing gown cord, whatever you might have, please do go and get that. Then come into downward facing dog. So place your hands towards the front of the mat, your index fingers pointing forwards. Tuck your toes under. Bent knees just to begin with. Press your hands forward. Knit your lower ribs together so your abs are engaged. Let your head hang completely, so turn your head a little bit so that you really know that it is now loose and still. And then start to straighten your legs, coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Turn your inner elbow creases up a little more towards the ceiling so your biceps start to go up, broadening your chest. I now want you to open up the side body, so spin both of your heels over to the left. So you come onto the inside of your right foot and the outside edge of your left foot. Keep your bottom high. Keep pushing your right hand forward and moving your right hip back. So you really breathe in to the long right side of your body. Bring your heels back up again and then spin your heels over to the other side. Really show the soles of your feet to the back wall as you straighten your legs. Breathe into your left body, left hip nudges back, right hand reaches forward a little bit more, head hangs. Now bring your heels back up to center. Look forwards and walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Separate your feet. When you get here, 3 fingers on the floor of each hand, raise your chest, look up, bend your knees if you need to. And as you exhale, fold. Do this again 2 more times. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. And as you exhale, fold. 1 more time. Inhale, raise your chest, look up. Now stay here for a couple more seconds. And as you exhale, fold. Now bring your hands to the sides of your feet and take a big step back with your left foot. Bring the knee down to the floor. Bring your hands onto your hips. Keep drawing your shoulders towards each other on your back. Press your front foot towards your back knee so that your legs engage and that back knee moves forward. Squeeze your bottom. Keep your legs strong. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head as you rest your head into your hands. Press your elbows back. Now keep your body as it is, but stretch your hands straight up towards the ceiling. Look up. Now slowly come halfway down, resting your right ribs on your right thigh and pause. Reach more forward, look down. Then touch down and step your back foot forward. So pick up the back knee and step that left foot forward. Now raise your chest, look up. As you exhale, fold. Let's do that on the other side. Pick up the right leg, heel high, reach back, step back. Bring your knee down. Squeeze your legs towards each other, bring your hands to your hips. So range your legs with strength. Then interlace your hands the other way, the non-dominant clasp behind the back of your head. Rest your head in your hands, bring your elbows back. Keep pressing your back knee, your right knee towards your front foot and your front foot back. And then stretch your hands up straight to the ceiling. Come halfway down, pause. Bring your navel into your spine. Touch down. Pick up the back knee and step forward again. Raise your chest, look up. And exhale, fold. Now bend your knees, bring your arms out to the side, push your heels down, come all the way up. Look at your hands, bring them together. Reach up and then bring them down in towards your heart. Now get your strap and unroll it if it's rolled. Bring your feet together. Really do bring them together. Base of the big toes touch. Squeeze your legs. Slide your hands so that they're quite far apart. Bring your arms all the way up, keeping your elbows straight the whole time. Bring your arms back and touch the strap onto your bottom behind you. Try not to do too much of a back bend here, so knit in your lower ribs and keep pressing your tailbone down to your heels. then come all the way up. Now, if that was too easy, bring your hands a little closer to each other. Now bring your strap all the way down to touch your thighs in front of you. So we're bringing the shoulders into a nice full range of motion. Come all the way back up again. Likewise, if this is too difficult and your elbows are bending, separate your hands. Bring the strap all the way behind you. Try and avoid the back bend and move your throat back. Move your chin back. Come all the way up. And then again, the strap comes all the way down in front of you, touching your thighs. Do this slowly, there is no hurry. Come all the way up. And then this last time, bringing the strap down, opening your chest. Bring the strap all the way up. Keep knitting the lower ribs. And then bring the strap down to touch your thighs. Now we are going to use the strap again, so I want you to place it at the top of your mat, straight. Actually off the mat, on the floor just ahead of it, in a straight line. Separate your feet to hip width apart. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, bend your knees, touch the floor for Uttanasana. Raise your chest, look up. And as you exhale, walk back into downward facing dog. Now, rock forward with your chest coming into plank. We're going to do 3 press-ups. Bring your knees down to the floor. Come part way down. Don't go lower than the level of your elbows. Push back up again. Bring your navel into your spine. Go down again. As you exhale, come up. Go down again. Maybe a little further this time. Press back up. And then slowly go all the way down to the floor. Take your time. Now straighten your legs and curl up into cobra. Squeeze your legs more towards each other, maybe even touching your ankles together. And then go back to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, push the floor away and go back. Bring your feet together. Inhale, raise your right leg behind you parallel to the floor. Push long with both heels as you press your hands forward. Let your left heel drop towards the floor. Now bring your knee towards your nose, round your back, stay here. Then step your foot in between your hands. Bring your back knee down. Now get your strap. We're going to do something very similar to what we just did before with the strap going over the head. So wide hands, bring the strap all the way up, but keep it here, overhead. Maybe you can bring it back a little bit, open up the heart a little bit more. Keep pressing your front foot towards your back knee. Look forward, gaze forward, but keep raising the bottom bit of your sternum, your breastbone, up towards the sky. Now slowly bring the strap back down. So you're going to pause halfway again. So let your right ribs rest on your right thigh, pausing just for a moment. Then bring the strap down neatly and go back to down dog. So hands go on the floor, pick up that back knee and press back. Bring your feet together. Inhale, raise your left leg, 3-legged dog. Again, that leg parallel to the floor. Be really strong here. Push through both feet. Bring your knee to your nose. Again, pause. And then step your foot in between your hands. Bring your back knee down, back toes stay tucked under. Get your strap and come all the way up. You know how far apart your hands can go. The closer they are together, you get slightly different stretches. I quite like to have my hands far away here and bring them back a little bit more. Push your hands away from the floor, up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your legs strong, look forwards, raise your heart. Keep squeezing your bottom. Halfway down, start to lower your chest. Keep pushing the strap away from you. And then slowly bring the strap down. Go back to downward facing dog. Pick up your back knee and go back. Now put a little bend in your knees and look forward. And walk or step your feet to the top of the mat. Raise your chest again for Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold. Bend your knees, bring your arms out to the side, come up. Bring your hands together and down to your heart. Then please step wide. Toes pointing forwards, bring your arms out to the side. So we're going to do warrior 2. Look at your right foot, turn it away, And then bend your right knee. Make sure that you can see your right big toenail here. Squeeze your back leg strong. And then look over your right hand. Warrior two. Squeeze your arms, press your hands away from each other. Side angle pose. Bend your right elbow, turn the palm up. Lightly rest the forearm as you turn your back palm up, your left palm up, and then rainbow it over your head. Turn your chest a little more up towards the ceiling as you bring your navel into your spine. 3, 2. Make sure that this right arm is very lightly placed. 1. Now come back up. So push down with your back foot, come back up to warrior two. Straighten your right leg, turn the toes forward, and then the other side. Look at your left foot, make sure it really is turning straight away from you. Your toes are pointing north. Bend that left knee. Reach your backhand back a little bit so that your shoulders really sit over your hips. Stretch your arms long. Move your left knee a little more over to the left so that when you look at it, you can still see your left big toenail. Now from warrior two to side angle pose, bend your left elbow, turn the palm up, very lightly rest the forearm so your abs are engaged here. Turn the right palm up and then rainbow your arm over your ear. Lean slightly back, but at the same time bring your navel into your spine. Let the right shoulder drop away from your left ear, your right ear rather. And then from here come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Hands onto your hips, turn all 10 toes forward and then heel toe your feet together. Good, come to the front of your mat again. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your chest for Ardha Uttanasana and take a big step back with your left foot. Keep that back leg straight. Bring your arms out to the side. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Rest your head in your hands and let your elbows press back. 3, 2, 1. Now straighten your arms, reach for the ceiling. Come halfway down. Touch down, step the back foot forward. Raise your chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold to Uttanasana. Pick up your right foot, reach back. Keep that leg straight. Bring your arms out to the side. Change the interlace of your fingers behind the back of your head. Rest your head, raise your chin. Squeeze your legs really strong. Breathe deeply. Straighten your arms. Halfway down. Touch down. Step the back foot forward again. Raise your chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Now go back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet back. And then for Pigeon Prep, bring your right knee behind your right wrist on the floor. Make sure your wrist and your knee touch. Move your back foot back a little bit and bring the back knee down. Now, back toenails on the floor. Come onto your fingertips if that's okay for you to come into a more intense back bend. Otherwise, just keep your palms flat on the floor. Keep pressing your front knee to the back of the mat. Your back knee drags forward. Now, bring your right hand a little more out to the right and bring your right buttock down to the floor. With your left hand, reach around so that when you now bend your left knee, you can grab your left front ankle. You might want to move your right hand even further away from you as you now gently draw your heel in towards your buttock and turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Coming to a really nice thigh stretch here. Push that top hip, that left hip, a little bit more away from you so you can intensify the stretch at the top of the thigh. Now release that ankle and go back to downward facing dog. So push your hands down, you can pick your right buttock up, step back, stretch back, really press your chest towards your thighs as you knit your lower ribs. Keep your abs engaged. And then we'll come into that thigh stretch on the other side. But Pigeon Prep first. So bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Bring the back knee down. Your pelvis is completely off the floor here. Now, you can keep your palms flat as before, or possibly a little bit longer as before. So you've got those two options of the intensity that's going to come into the curve in your lower back. Keep pressing that right hip forward. Stay here, squeezing your legs towards each other. Now coming to the thigh stretch, plop your left buttock onto the floor, left hand out to the left to stabilize you. Bend the right leg, reach with your right hand. And as you bend that left elbow, turn your chest a little bit more up towards the ceiling as you keep pressing that top hip forward away from you to the intensity level that is interestingly uncomfortable for you. No more than that. And turn your chest a little bit more up to the ceiling. Couple more breaths. Well done. I know this is tough. And then release that foot. Go back into downward facing dog. Place your hands. Pick up the entire left leg and step back. Now bring your knees down to the floor and sit onto your heels. We've done a lot of back bends, so now we're going to do a few forward folds. So from here, bring your bottom down to the floor and sit cross-legged. If this is tough for you and you feel like your knees are up very high, please pause and get a towel and put it underneath your bottom and then come back. Right leg in front. Move your feet a little bit more away from each other and a little bit more away from you, so your knees are really on top of your ankles. And then move your bottom back. Bring your hands onto your knees and raise your heart. Forward fold. So from here, start to experiment with moving your chest forward and bringing your hands down to the floor. And then raise your chest. Pause for a moment. And consider the possibility of maybe coming forward a little bit more. So you may even be able to bring your elbows and start to lower your chest. Don't keep your chin up, so keep the back of your head long, the back of your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Whenever you feel like some interesting tightening and stretching is going on in your hips, pause, take a few breaths. You might want to just stay there, or perhaps once the body has adjusted, you might find you can come down a little bit more. You may even be able to walk your hands a little further. Whatever you're doing, keep squeezing your knees closed, so keep pressing your feet back. That will help to tone the muscles around your knees, keeping the backs of your knees safe, the sides of your knees safe rather. Also knit your lower ribs together so your abdominal muscles engage. Now coming out of this, firm your abs, walk your hands back, be strong, push your hands into the floor to bring yourself up, and then we'll change the cross of the legs. So bring your hands behind you, left leg in front, ankles under knees, bring your bottom back again, hands on your knees, raise your chest, squeeze your knee joints closed, so keep pressing your feet gently back towards your bottom, bring your hands to the floor, and again with this considered experimentation of lengthening and lowering. Keep lengthening your spine and pausing, really keeping your mind on this matter at hand, noticing how your body is feeling here. Keep pressing your feet back towards your bottom, little bit by little bit, maybe coming into more depth. Or maybe you are already quite upright and you're just going to stay where you are. Whatever you're doing, keep moving your feet back. Relax your shoulders, the back of your neck. Even relax the mask of your face around your mouth and your eyes. Now slowly come halfway up. It has just started a big storm here. I wonder if you can hear it. And then walk your hands all the way back up. Bring your hands onto the floor behind you and come into bridge pose. So maneuver yourself so your bottom is right in the middle of the mat. Bring your elbows down. Come all the way down. If your hair's tied up and that's annoying for you, take it out. Make sure your Toes are pointing forwards to the front of your mat. Press your elbows down so you can draw your shoulders under each other. Your upper back feels nice and flat on the floor. Then, pushing your feet down, pick up your pelvis. Either grab the sides of your mat, or if you can, interlace your fingers underneath your back. Really press down through the outside edges of your wrists. Make sure your arms are straight. And then press your knees towards each other so your thighs are parallel. And press your feet back towards your hands. Raise your chest. Really do press your feet back towards your hands so that your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, engage. And then maybe come up a little bit higher. 3, 2, really open your heart here and breathe deeply. 1. Now release your hands or let go of the mat. Let your arms go out to the sides of your mat and come into Shavasana. Lengthen your legs long, one by one, no hurry here. Turn the palms of your hands up towards the ceiling and rest. Now as you stay here resting in Shavasana, for the first bit of Shavasana, I'm going to read you a poem. When I finish the poem, remain still, remain relaxed, letting your body absorb the words. This is by Ken Ditchwold. It's more of a quotation rather than a poem. Love seems to be the appreciation that we are all little lumps in the same earthy soup, which is a little lump in the larger cosmic soup. So love is an awareness of this beautiful, energetic relationship and a natural appreciation of this situation. It doesn't seem to be a matter of finding love. It's a matter of being aware of it. It's not a question of invention, but rather of discovery. Continue to stay in Shavasana, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out by ringing the bells. Now reach your arms overhead, letting your thumbs touch the floor behind you, and stretch. Stretch like a child waking up in the morning, delighted with the day ahead. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Bend your knees one leg at a time and roll over onto your right side. Stay here for a few moments and notice the wonderful zinging energy moving around your shoulders and your hips. Be aware of how strong and supple your body is. Then please press down with one hand and then the other and bring yourself up into a seated position. Close your eyes again as soon as you can. And bring your hands into your heart and really press the mushy base of your thumbs into your breastbone and turn your fingers slightly away from you. Now lower your face, lower your chin so that it's facing your hands. And then release your hands and bring your palms facing up onto your legs so the backs of your hands are pressing down onto your thighs. Raise your chest, raise your chin, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me. I hope that sequence has put some zest and some positive vigor into your day. Please do write any comments, questions or suggestions down in the comments box, and please click on the thumbs up as a like for the class, and do remember to subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.